Hey guys, Cam here from 9 to 5 Google, and the Moto X Play is finally available to order, at least in some regions, and we've managed to get our hands on it. I'm going to unbox it and give you my first impressions, and while it may not be coming to the US as the X Play, it seems we'll see it rebranded as a Verizon exclusive Moto Droid of some kind. Now the packaging itself is pretty attractive with the phone sat right on the top. Now interestingly, in the UK retail packaging you get a wall adapter with two USB outputs. Sadly it's not quick charge, which might prove frustrating with a battery the size of this phone's, but it could be very useful if you have multiple devices and limited outlets. Also, as always, there is a USB cable, just the one. There's also a couple of guides on how to get started and all your regulatory and warranty information. Now, let's not forget, it also comes with the all-important SIM ejector tool. But let's peel the film off the screen, power it on, and get our first look at the phone. Now, what sets the X Play apart from the other new Motorola's is the design on the back. It has a plastic removable cover with a pattern designed to give you a little extra grip. It has a number of catches to keep it secure to the chassis, and unlike most back doors, it doesn't give you access to a removable battery. It's purely cosmetic. But Motorola has hidden some important specs underneath, including the 3630 mAh battery and 21 megapixel camera indicators. Putting it back on requires running your fingers along the edges to secure all the aforementioned catches. Now the jagged power button and volume rocker sit on the right edge, while the micro USB port is on the bottom edge. While it looks similar to the more premium Moto X, it's worth noting that the curved silver frame is not made from metal. It's still very nicely rounded and features a 3.5mm jack and SIM tray in the top edge. Now the SIM tray is interesting. One side has a space for a nano SIM while the other fits a micro SD card. Now the front panel has a 5 megapixel camera, the sensor and an earpiece on the top, and a single front firing speaker on the bottom. There are no stereo speakers here, and on the back we have the Moto Dimple, the 21 megapixel camera and dual-tone LED flash housed in a metal-centered panel. Design-wise it is similar to the Nexus 6, although considerably smaller. It has a 5.5-inch Full HD LCD display with Corning Gorilla Glass on the front. It's also running a virtually stock version of Android 5.1.1 Lollipop and is powered by a 1.7 GHz octa-core Snapdragon 615 processor. It has 2 GB of RAM, and this model features 16 GB of storage. A 32 GB option is available, and both are expandable up to an extra 128 GB. I have to say, for £279, first impressions are generally very good. I like the feel of the curved back in hand, it's solid, looks pretty, and has a nice sharp display. It might not be as vibrant as the Nexus 6 or last year's Moto X, but it's a good panel. It also happens to be water repellent, a huge bonus, and let's not forget that humongous 3630 mAh battery. I'd be very surprised if I didn't get through 2 days use with this phone, and hopefully this 21 megapixel camera comes good. Of course, both of those things need a lot more testing, and I'll bring you my full review later on. I've been Cam, I'm at Cam Bunton on Twitter. I'll see you again soon.